Breaking news here on Tennessee Titans today as the Titans have landed wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins. Deal not officially signed, but it sounds like it's been agreed to, and Hopkins is going to be a member of the Titans organization. A big-time get in mid-July, right before training camp gets started for Tennessee. This is exactly why you guys are subscribed to Titans Today. It's a Sunday. Good news. I'm here in the office already. So is producer Chris. When news happens, we break it down for you. You want more free Titans videos. You want the news as it happens, the contract details for Hopkins. We have you covered. Hit that sub button if you haven't already done so right now. Hopkins had taken visits with the Titans and the Patriots. There had been buzz of, hey, maybe he's looking for a third or fourth or fifth team to get involved there and find a way to get Hopkins to a bigger deal or maybe a better overall team. In the end, it's Tennessee. The Titans seemed more aggressive to get him. That's per various reports there from Diana Rossini. We do have some of the contract details here, by the way. A 2-year, $26 million deal that can be worth up to $32 million with incentives. Hopkins is getting a $12 million base this season, and then incentives to $15 million. No word on the guaranteed money, which will impact if this is a true 1-year deal or a true 2-year deal or maybe an out after year 1. I will make this note, as my boy Matthew Peterson discussed here on the channel. Vegas knew. The Titans had suddenly jumped drastically in the past few days as the betting favorite to land DeAndre Hopkins. So Vegas had the insider info. A bettor or a few of them had the insider info, but they were right. Hopkins does end up in Tennessee as they beat out the Patriots to land Hopkins' services. Frankly, and it's still a bit of a surprise, I think, to many of us, there was not a massive market for Hopkins out there. The Patriots had expressed interest. Tennessee had done so. The Bills and Chiefs had been linked, but I think that was going to be more on their own terms, their own money, which is interesting for a guy that, when he's been healthy the past couple of years, is still a 1,000-plus yard receiver. Had 700-plus yards in 9 games played last year. There had been buzz, accusations, whispers, claims, whatever, that maybe Hopkins was a bit frustrated in Arizona, wasn't happy, which, hey, I get. But after getting cut on May 26th, there had not been a bunch of traction and interest in DeAndre Hopkins. Tennessee swoops in yet again to add a premier veteran receiver. Hopefully the results a bit better this time around. So what is your one-word reaction to the Hopkins news? Is it good, bad, you're hyped? Whatever it is, get your one-word reactions in at the pinned comments of today's video. If the ad comes here on YouTube, perfect timing. Take advantage, head down there, and go vote. My one word is nuke. Get it? It's his nickname, and it's kind of a big, massive breaking news story. I know, I'm not very funny. But it is a big deal for Tennessee. Massive was going to be my original word before I tried to be funny. This helps the Titans out a lot. This gives stability, provenness, reliability even, if healthy. So I guess asterisk there a little bit, at the wide receiver spot, which Tennessee did not have before this. Now the wide receiver room is Hopkins, Treylon Burks, and maybe it's Nick Westbrook-Akina as receiver 3/4. Kyle Phillips can do your slot stuff for you. I think I speak for a lot of you guys, and myself included, when I say this Titans wide receiver room has gone from maybe it's near the bottom of the NFL to, is this at least league average at minimum? That is a sizable jump, and about as big of a jump as you could have hoped for in the middle of July, like 10-ish days before camp gets going. I believe that DeAndre Hopkins and Treylon Burks, whoever you want to put at wide receiver 1 versus wide receiver 2, is a good duo. That is a better grouping than Treylon Burks and NWI. You still have Chukwuokonkwo, of course, there at tight end. That makes me feel a lot better about this Titans passing game. I've seen issues before where there's only one possible receiver and it just doesn't work. Now I have, I think, 2 pretty good ones. Make no mistake, there is some risk for sure. There's a reason why Hopkins is available to be signed in July for a 2 years, $26 million. It's not an earth-shattering contract. It's still a good move, but Hopkins he's had some injury stuff. He's missed some time. There's claims he doesn't maybe work the hardest in practice. I think he'll be rejuvenated in Tennessee, and I'll tell you this much. Mike Vrabel won't put up with that ish. I think Vrabel's a great coach for Hopkins at this stage in his NFL career. Let's talk some more now on the contract. The claim was, initially reported out stuff, that Hopkins at least wanted the Odell Beckham deal, which I don't blame him for. Beckham didn't even play last year, and he managed to get 1 year, $15 million, worth up to $18 million with the Ravens. Hopkins is not getting quite that much. And I do wonder if Hopkins had been cut during free agency, what he actually would have commanded. If the Ravens had known this, would they have just waited and not signed OBJ to that deal? I don't know. Hopkins gets a 2-year, $26 million deal worth up to $32 million with incentives. I will make note that I don't have the details as we sit here filming of the actual guaranteed money. Is it a fully guaranteed deal? Is $18 million guaranteed, giving the Titans an out next year if they need to? What's the overall structure? I'm not so sure. That will impact the details, the grade, etc. But I think it's a good move for Tennessee. So I want you guys to grade the signing of DeAndre Hopkins here. A, B, C, D, or F. How are you feeling about this move? You guys can get your votes in where else but the comment section. Initial gut reaction. How you feeling about this pickup? I'm going to give this a tentative B. Yeah, I think it's a good deal. I'm going to go up to an A, as low as maybe a B minus, a C plus, depending on what the structure is, because I do want to see what those guaranteed details are. How much money has Tennessee guaranteed DeAndre Hopkins on this 2-year, $26 million deal? Is it a fully guaranteed contract, in which so it's like $12 million this year and $14 million next year? If so, that's still not a bad deal. You're not paying him that much money for the type of potential impact you're getting here. It's even a better deal if it's, a 2-year, $26 million deal, $12 million this year, all guaranteed, and of that extra $14 million, it's 5 of it's guaranteed, in which case, awesome. It buys you an out in case he's bad or it's Julio Jones 2.0 or whatever this year. We don't have those guaranteed details yet. We'll probably get them tomorrow, if not later on today, and I'm sure PD will update you guys on those figures, but that is why it's a tentative grade for me. In the end, Tennessee's going for it. They're being aggressive, and I applaud them for it. This is a time to go try to win some games. You're not committing massive amounts of money short-term, long-term. You're setting yourself up for success in the short term. You're upgrading your roster. I know Mike Vrabel wants to win. I have no complaints about this deal. Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. But I do like this move to get more talent. I do like acquiring an impact wide receiver, the best or second best available free agent in the market right now at a massive position of need. Hopkins makes a lot of sense for Tennessee. Did he get all the things he wanted in terms of his wish list? I don't know, but in the end, he's in Tennessee, and I think that's going to work out for the Titans in the end.